What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Sun Life.
Hey, Katie.
Welcome to Prichard, Alabama. This is one of the most miserable and impoverished and just messed up places in America.
Sad.
We just crossed over from the Mobile city limits and the Prichard city limits. Now, the first thing we saw at the end of the Mobile video, as soon as we crossed the line, was somebody dumping garbage. So you understand what happens here in Prichard is they don't have garbage collection. Apparently, I'm going to guess, because there's garbage everywhere. So people here dump and litter a lot. Now, keep in mind that this is racist Alabama. And this is a black area. Segregation is still in full effect, so technically we shouldn't be here. But this is one of the most impoverished places. Dangerous. The homicide rate here, I think in Prichard, is something like 4 or 5 times higher than Chicago last time I checked.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very dangerous place, and there's just no telling. There used to be a mural here, but I guess they got rid of it, huh?
Yeah.
There used to be a mural somewhere around here. This is what segregation does. This is centuries of hate, centuries. Oh, the mural's over there. Centuries of hate, centuries of racism. This is the result of Alabama's hate. So it's a very dangerous place. You got to pay attention. We've done videos here in the past already, and they didn't like us because we were exposing something that people don't want exposed. So we got to be really, really careful. It's dangerous. Where do you even start with the problems here in Prichard? For one, when they built the interstate highways, go figure, it's a black city in a white racist southern state, one of the most racist states. So come on, buddy, let's go. The light screen, you can go. I'm not gonna hog the horn. Come on, please go, please go. People here, you don't want to hog the horn at somebody here.
No.
You just want to be kind of
Respectful, courteous.
low key. There's no reason to agitate anything around here. People are looking for a reason to have a problem around here.
Mm-hmm. And that might have been why they didn't do it for so long, because they could see.
Yeah, they see you're white, so they might be trying to agitate you on purpose. So
Yeah.
we were just, sometimes people are agitators, they're looking for a reason to have a problem. So, no, like, it's really,
I don't
really
know what
messed
that guy's
up.
daylight. He could have been working all night and just got off work.
Yeah, but no, like, this is Prichard, and the car behind us turned. Let me see if I can keep an eye on that car turn behind us.
Yeah.
This is, no, pay attention, you're in Alabama.
Yeah, I know.
This is,
Oh, they turned, they're fine.
yeah. This is not exactly a place of love. If on one side you had love and all the good things, and on the other side you had hate and all the bad things, this would be, the lever would be 100% in the red. When they built the highway systems, they purposely built the highways right through the black neighborhoods. You can see the interstate here. They built a bridge right through the black neighborhood. They did it on purpose.
Yeah, they did this in Birmingham as well. There's a neighborhood that's like that.
Yeah. But there's a lot of abandoned houses. I think there is garbage pickup now. Like, I see garbage cans. Some people don't have enough money to pay for the garbage pickup or something. There's something with the garbage pickup here in the city. I can't remember what it was. This building has metal bars in the windows.
Yeah. I remember when we lived in Alabama, we were like, I think the only one on our street that actually paid for garbage.
All our neighbors burned their garbage, which is kind of crazy. Because it was only like $65 a year for it. Like, you don't have $6,500 a year? Really? $65 a year? You don't have $65?
Quarterly, like once a year or something. And it was like $100 for something. Yeah.
It wasn't even $100 a year. It's like $65.
Yeah. But yeah, I would pay for it because some things should be thrown out. Yeah.
What Alabama has done, I mean, it's hate from a state level.
Yeah.
They've purposely done everything they can to marginalize these communities. So it's like an instant. This isn't by mistake. The crazy thing about Prichard, for example, this isn't by mistake. This is, they purposely created the worst place possible so that these people here would have the hardest time possible. I mean, it's Alabama, Southern hate and segregation. This is not, you don't end up with a place this messed up. And this is what a lot of people don't get. Like when they travel across America and you see a place that's this messed up, that doesn't happen by accident. A place doesn't get this bad by accident. A place gets this bad on purpose. Red light, but the car is it going to stop or no?
Yeah, they're stopping. They're just
Where's
stopping
the line?
up closer.
Where's the line to stop?
Here, yeah, here. Where the
You can't even see where the line is to stop.
Yeah.
He went on red.
Yeah.
Wow. So people don't even stop at the lights here. That's crazy. I'm just going to go just like he did, I guess.
Yeah.
That's wild. People don't even stop at the lights. That's crazy. People don't even stop.
I don't
at
think
red
the
lights.
lights are working properly, so they just go.
Yeah, it might be like broken. This car behind us is speeding right at us.
Yeah.
See if we can turn somewhere. Take a straight here to the right. Car came out of that street right there. Extraordinarily dangerous place. When a community gets this messed up, it doesn't happen by accident. When you see a place this dangerous, this impoverished, this disadvantaged, this isn't by accident. It's by design. The state, the county, the cities, like these are places where. Why won't this lid go back on here?
You could just ask for help.
Well, normally you don't need to ask for help. It's just
Here.
this street's not too bad. Actually, it's pretty nice for being in Prichard. Yeah, if you've never traveled across America, when you run into places that are this messed up, you think, oh, how did this happen, or what mistake? No. This is by design. The poverty, the misery, the lack of services, the lack of everything that you see here, the crime, the homicides, this is all by design. Somebody purposely stacked the odds because humans are not naturally this bad. Humans are not naturally this evil. This is a systematic prolongation of suffering that is intentional. Places don't get this dangerous and this bad just because they got this dangerous and this bad just because it happened. No. When you see a place this miserable, this is by design. This is intention. And that's why, like when I moved to Alabama, you know, it started to open. And I hate that period of my life because it was probably the darkest age of my life, living in Alabama. But it opened up my eyes that, you know, a lot of the things that we're facing in the United States are not accidental. They're on purpose. You know, the state people were like, hey, how can we possibly create a scenario? For example, the homicide rates in Alabama. The homicide rate in Alabama last year was higher than Oakland, California. The whole state. Yeah, the whole state. Like, the whole state of Alabama had a higher homicide rate than Oakland, California. Now, does that happen on accident or on purpose? Well, let's think about it for a minute. You grab all the poor and impoverished people in one neighborhood, one city, put them on Oakland. You get Oakland. An entire state with worse analytics. Could it be on accident? I guess. But, for example, Alabama and Florida, both southern states, and the homicide rate in Alabama is about 2 times higher in Florida. Yeah, more than 2 times higher. Okay, more than 2 times higher. So, what does that tell you? Think about that for a minute. More than 2 times higher. When you see a place like this, and you gotta be careful when you drive through the water here, because what happened to us last time we came to Prichard is like there's a spot like this where there was water on the road and we drove through it. And there's actually huge potholes that you can't see in the water. Look at this house right here. That's nuts. Just totally abandoned. Man, look at this. This looks like the aftermath of a hurricane. Look at this neighborhood. It looks like the aftermath of a hurricane. It looks like a hurricane came through here. Every other house is boarded up. Metal bar. The ones that are inhabited, they got metal bars on everything, like this one right here. Every window has metal bars. No, the places like this in the South, this ain't by accident. This is by design. Somebody designed this place to fail. This place had to fail. Everything was done here to ensure that this community had to fail. And then, like, when you come through here, you'll meet people that are really nasty, that'll treat you really bad, and it's because they've been programmed to be that way. Like, that's what they've learned to do, to be. Yeah. Not accidental. By design. And how intricate, you know, if you start to, does that say set it off barbershop? Like, you know, like Boozy used to say set it off. That's hilarious. I wish I could get a good angle of that, but I don't think I'll be able to. Like legislatively, some of the policies that they push in the South, they mask them as something else, but really, the real reason these laws are like that is like because they know what will be the most destructive for these communities. So they purposely, they know what the most destructive policies are for communities, and then they push that. And there's a little bit of collateral damage, you know, on both sides of that. When you do that, there's always collateral damage, but it's always lopsided in one direction to where it affects somebody else more than you, and they do it on purpose. So a lot of times in the South, a lot of these policies that are very destructive. I went to college for what we're doing here. I lived in Alabama for a year. I'm a graduate. I'm a graduate of this situation. I studied for this. I lived a year of my life here. Legislatively, on a state level, the policies that they push are the most destructive policies. And then they tell people that, you know, this is what we need to do for the betterment of the community. People go with it, and they think they're going with it because it's the best thing to do, but it's really not the best thing to do. And people throughout the whole country believe these things. It's not just in the South, but this is where it stems from. They're destructive policies that are very harmful to communities, and they're taught to people as positive things, taught to people as things that are good, but the real intention is to create havoc in certain communities, create policies that I'm going this red light. Oh, shoot.
It's 56 degrees. It won't get to 60. It's early.
Notice how they walked around the back of our car?
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't walk in front of it?
Yeah.
You catch that?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they didn't walk in front of our car?
Afraid they were gonna get run over.
Mm-hmm. They walked around the back of the car.
Yeah.
You catch that?
Yeah.
You caught that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're walking across the street, but they didn't walk in front of
Yeah.
my car. They walked behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They can't trust you.
They can't trust you. Yeah.
It's horrific how bad things are in Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, like that little action right there, right?
Yeah.
They walked around the back of the car. Why didn't they walk on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen everywhere in America. That happens here.
Yeah.
It's just, it's wild. It's hard to wrap. Look how much garbage there is on that street right there. It's hard to even understand how things can get so bad in some of these places.
Yeah.
Until you realize it's not accidental. It's not that the state doesn't have. Most people drive through here from other states like, oh, it's a poor state. There's no jobs. No. It's none of that. It's none of that.
Yeah.
It's none of that. This isn't by mistake. This is on purpose.
This is a dead end.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh crap! I wanted to get in the next street over. We'll pull around. And I don't think people here are bad. I just think they've been conditioned to be a certain way by the way things have worked out in their communities, and I really don't believe people here are bad. I don't think people are bad. They've been conditioned to be bad. If they lived where I live, they wouldn't be like that.
No.
It's a mess. Like every time I do these videos, then one of the most common comments is, "You're racist." They people are afraid of being labeled. I live in a place where that's not a label that we're worried about.
No.
And what's crazy about Alabama is, despite how racist it is, they're afraid of being labeled racist. They don't want to. They want to keep a passive. So there was a passive aggressive period of racism. I think after COVID that switched. I think now it's become a little bit more blatant and open. But there was a passive aggressive nature to racism that now has become more pronounced. So it's kind of tricky because it used to be passive aggressive, but it's no longer passive aggressive. It's starting to be open again. And that's what makes it kind of interesting, you could say, nowadays. It's no longer passive aggressive. Now it's more of a direct.
This is dead end.
I feel you. Right up in here. Look at all the garbage on the ground here. Abandoned. It's just like with half the houses, more than half the houses on the street are abandoned. Garbage everywhere. Abandoned car tires everywhere. And like right now, let's say somebody decided to pop at us right now. You can't call the police. You can't call the police and say, I'm in Prichard and this happened to me. Then why were you over there? That's the black side of town. You're not black. Why would you go over there? And you might think I'm playing, but that would be the law enforcement response. The law enforcement response, if right now you call the cops and say, hey, I'm over here in Prichard and somebody shot me in the leg or something, like, why are you over there for? That's the black folks over there. Why would you go over there? It ought to serve you good to know not to go over there. You ought to not be over. Why would you be over there? Why would you even be over there? Why would you even be over there? I wouldn't even go. That's why you don't go over there. You understand the situation here? Like right now, what we're doing here, you may not realize how dangerous what we're doing is, but I'll explain to you something. Is that we're not supposed to be this. We're right now. I mean, what we're doing by being here is that we're breaking the segregation law.
Yeah.
Because this is a black area, so by me and her coming in here, right now we are vulnerable because we're violating the segregation law. So if somebody were to hurt us right now, look how many dogs, pit bulls, are just sitting there in an empty field being tied to a stick. That's crazy. There's like 10 pit bulls on an empty lot there. They're like breeding pit bulls, probably. You know probably why they're breeding them. Right now, what we're doing right now is we're breaking the segregation law. So right now, if we got hurt, if somebody decided right now, somebody moved on us right now, we're very vulnerable doing what we're doing right now, because if somebody came at us right now, if we were to call the cops, for example, or whatever, they'd be like, well, you're not supposed to be over there. Why are you over there? That's the black folks over there. Why are you over there? You're trespassing into their neighborhood. So this is what makes you really, really vulnerable. You know, in these places right now, we right now are completely, this is what you call being green in Alabama. You're a free lick. You're not supposed to be over here. No reason for me to have to be over here. Why am I over here right now? So if something were to happen to me, you can't call law enforcement for help. So if right now somebody did something right now in this neighborhood to hurt us, there would be no police investigation. There would be no, what would there be? Nothing. Why are you over there? That's the way Alabama works. That's Southern segregationism. Look at these roads.
Yeah.
So if right now a bunch of jack boys see us and they want to go for a lick, we're 100% not supposed to be here. And you're gonna call the cops and, all right, so which one of these folks here did this to you? No. If right now you call the cops and say, hey, we just got hurt, somebody just popped us, busted our window out, you call the cops, what do you think the cops are gonna say? Why are you over there for? Oh, but that's not, you're not supposed to be on that side of town. And I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not telling you this from, I'm not making this up. I'm letting you know from experience, this is how the South works. Or if you're Hispanic or you're Indian or something, right? Something happens to you in Alabama. Let's say
You're on your own.
you're on your own. Well, the resources. This is what they told me in Alabama I owned my house in Alabama outright. Owned my house, paid off, no lien, no nothing. They told me the resources of the state of Alabama. Look, this is a segregation line right here. See all the garbage pile up on one side of the road? They marked the.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The resources of. Look at the little puppies!
Yeah. Oh, that is so cute.
But they're not white puppies. They have to stay over here. These people are so backwards, man. There's an abandoned building over here. So yeah, man, this is how that works, man. Like they told me, my house was paid off. No liens, no loans, nothing. It was paid off. It was my house. And when I called the cops when I had a problem, they told me, well, you're an illegal Mexican. You're not even supposed to be here. The resources of the state of Alabama are for the white folks and the white folks only. And I said, what do you mean? Again, the resources of the state of Alabama are for Americans, and you're an illegal Mexican. But here's my driver's license, because I didn't know at the time what I was getting into. Here's my driver's license. No, we don't want to see all that. See, you don't understand. We don't want to see all that. You're an illegal Mexican. You're not supposed to be here. But here's my driver's license. Here's my ID. Sir, we don't want to see none of that. Give me your phone. We don't want to see none of that. You're an illegal Mexican.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on your surroundings, okay?
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep on me.
Yeah.
This is worse than Detroit.
There's
Car
a
coming
car
behind us.
coming.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Throw the map so we can see where we're going.
Yeah.
The resources of the state
It's
of
really
Alabama.
coming at us.
Yeah, it's okay. This is unbelievable that this exists.
Yeah.
The resources of the state of Alabama are for U.S. citizens, and you're an illegal Mexican. No, but here's my driver's license. Here's my car title. Here's my concealed carry permit. Sir, we don't want to hear none of that. You're an illegal Mexican. You're not supposed to be here. Oh, but I'm Cuban. I'm a U.S. citizen. We don't want to. Look at that pit bull running around. Sir,
Just had a baby.
Yeah, remember this street right here from our last trip? Like, sir, we don't want to hear none of that. The street's low.
Yeah.
Look at this. Remember the street? It
Yeah,
used to be. It used to be passable. The people coming over here.
No.
Just maybe that car start following us. This is really dangerous stuff back here. Half of these streets are in Google Maps aren't even accessible.
Yeah.
Like this street used to be accessible about a year ago. It's not accessible anymore. No, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This is worse than Detroit. This is freaking Prichard, Alabama, bro. This is wild out here. There's nothing else like this anywhere in America. Not even Detroit. This street here had big potholes.
Yeah.
There's a grid pattern. Is it in front of us or behind us?
Yeah.
To the left of us there's a grid pattern. Was that road accessible going straight forward that way?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. When one of these people sees us here, they're gonna call the Jive Boys. Hey man, there's a brand new truck from Florida driving through the neighborhood. Oh, for real, man, we'll get this free lick, dog. Where's that Jack's at that you had earlier?
Yeah, we need to.
Let's go get something to eat. I'm tired of being out here.
Oh, it's 17 minutes from here.
Head east on Baldwin Drive toward Chilton Street.
15 minutes from
Let's
here.
get out of
Let's
here.
go.
Let's go get something to eat. Okay, is there anything else you would personally like to say? I'm not kind of
Continue
dominating
on
the
Baldwin
conversation.
Drive for half a mile.
You
No,
don't
I
have
mean-
to say anything if you don't want to.
I'm a U.S. citizen by birth, and they wouldn't even for me.
No. This is unpassable right here.
Yes.
These streets are impassable. This is not passable right here. It wasn't passable many years ago. Let's see if it's passable now. You think it's still passable, or you want the 4x4 or no?
I wouldn't do that.
You want to try not doing it? Last time we went through it with the Yukon, it wasn't passable.
I don't want to do that.
I'll go real slow. I think we'll make it. It wasn't passable with the Yukon.
No.
We'll make it. See, they've thrown like dirt there and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you guys believe this is the United States of America? There's potholes here that were really, really big. See, they've covered them up right here. There were some huge potholes here. This is the United States of America. This looks like something out of, I don't know, like, this is unreal. This is absolutely unreal. This is what these places look like out here. This is just insane. Let's go get something to eat. I need to get out of here. And again, if somebody were to see us driving through here and they were wanting to hurt us, the cops are not going to come out here. And if they came, they'd tell you why you're out here. We're not a tourist destination out here. You're trespassing. You know what would happen if you call the cops? They would arrest you for trespassing. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
Or they would charge you for something else. Like they would give you a ticket or something. They would make it be the cops would not come to help you.
Yeah.
They would not come to help you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be here to help you.
No.
They would be here to. And, they got all these tire shops too. They wouldn't be out there throwing nails everywhere to make sure you get a flat tire.
Yeah.
Before we leave, we gotta make sure our tires don't get flat. People here are evil. Do you think this situation here exists by mistake? This isn't by mistake. This is by design. A place couldn't get this bad by mistake. This is what you're looking at here. This is the worst, the absolute worst place that exists in America. You call the cops here asking for help, and the cops aren't gonna come to help you. They're gonna come to. If you make these cops have to come out here, waste time out of their valuable life, if you make these cops have to come over here because of you, they're gonna charge you for having to come out here. They're not gonna let that slide. You're gonna waste the resources of the state of Alabama. Somebody walking through the woods right there. Watch out! He's got his hand in his pocket and he's pulling it out. Holy crap!
Turn right onto Barber Drive.
Oh, and in Alabama, it's not. Watch out! Make sure if he gets on the road, let me know.
Okay.
In Alabama, it's not illegal. Open carry is not illegal in Alabama. You can open carry, and if you were to pop at somebody,
Head east on
Oh,
Baldwin
wow.
Drive toward Coleman Avenue.
Look at this. How can
In
these
600
people
feet, turn
say
right
they're
onto Dunlop
religious?
Circle.
This is religious here? This is a religious place here. What is this? Wow, this road may not be passable.
Oh.
My goodness. That kid that came up out of the
And
woods.
there's another person
Yeah,
there.
you're good, you're good. There's somebody over here in the woods. Is he panhandling?
Yeah.
Let's go, man. How deep is this?
Turn
I
right
don't know how
onto
we show us
Dunlop
now. We just gotta
Circle.
go.
Yeah, we're just gonna
We made it. That's how I say hi to him.
make it right. Turn.
Didn't even.
Yeah.
This guy's wearing a helmet. Why is he wearing a helmet?
Who knows?
Let's get the crap out of here. This is wild. How can this? This is like, dude. This is not. This truck right here. He spat off in that direction. Dude, this is just. How can? Look at these roads. Look at all the garbage. Like, this is literally the. And I've been to Compton. I've been to Philly. I've been to Detroit. This is scarier than Detroit.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Detroit that's scary. I'm not even closely this bad anything in Detroit.
Yeah.
And in Detroit, you might be able to call the cops.
Yeah. No, you definitely would be.
You might have a 50% chance. You call the cops here, and you're gonna have to explain to those cops why are you wasting their time? Why did they have to leave their comfortable office to come deal with you? You're telling me that I had to leave the comfort of my office to come deal with you? What did you do to make us come out here? That's the. You ain't got no idea. You ever watch the movie Life? If you're not familiar with the South, watch the movie Life. They didn't even do nothing. If you ever watch, I definitely recommend you guys watch the movie Life. What were the actors in that movie, Katie?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Who else?
And
Jangalang. What's his name? Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac was in that
Bernie Mac is
movie.
Jangalang. Jangalang.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence is in the movie too. As Claude. If you watch the movie Life, they didn't do anything. At the end of the day, they didn't do anything.
At the light, turn right onto Whistler Street. Then
They
use
didn't
the
do
right lane
anything.
to take the I-165
And they ended up
north.
getting life in prison. They did nothing. That's a sale for you. And if you're from the north, right there in the movie, they're from New York. If you're from
Use the right lane
if you're
to
from
take the
somewhere else, you know.
I-165 north ramp. Then merge
I
onto
can't
I-165
believe how
north.
scary Alabama has got, baby, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it was scary when we were here, but wow.
Wow.
Maybe we were just used to it. Was it scary when we were here? It might have been. Gosh. Maybe we just got used to it. It's a great movie, Life. They did nothing. They didn't do anything. In the movie Life,
Merge
the
onto
characters didn't do
I-165
anything.
north. Then use the right two lanes to
And they
take
got
exit
framed
1.
for something.
Yeah.
And they got life. And in the movie Life, not every white person's depicted as a
Right two
racist.
lanes to take exit 1B.
And the same thing here. Not every person here is a racist.
Continue on I-65 north for 10 miles.
You know, in fact, in the movie Life, the person who got vengeance for the racism was another white person. A police officer was the one who made justice, or a warden, right? Made justice for the injustice. Chickasaw city limits. We're gonna go to Oregon and Montgomery,
Oh, we're going
Outskirts?
through.
somewhere in the outskirts.
Yeah.
In that movie Life, you know, it was a white person who enacted the justice in some type of way. It didn't fix the situation, but it was some type of justice. But my point being that at the end of the day, it perfectly depicts what the South is like. So if you've never watched the movie Life, and then there's also a movie called Django. Remember Django?
Yeah.
Who are the characters in that movie? You remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Django's another movie about the South.
I think you watched it by yourself.
Okay. No, we watched it together.
No? You watched it by yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a movie where it's like, you can't treat me like these other men, Kate, because I'm not like these other guys, Kate. Kate, you can't treat me like these other men that are out there, because I'm not like these other men that are out there, okay? You gotta treat me different. I bet you guys are shocked at what you just saw in this little part of Mobile, Alabama. Isn't that just wild? That is nuts. That's like, the roads are destroyed. The roads are flooded. There's garbage everywhere. The buildings are abandoned. And it's worse than that. That's just the surface layer. You don't even want to know the real in-depth problem that exists here. And the sad part is that isn't an accidental circumstance. It's not like accidentally things got that bad. Oh, bro, this is Alabama. Those people, they've made sure that those people failed. And that's what they were trying to do to me when I moved to Alabama. When I saw the odds were stacked against me, I was like, no. When I saw that all the odds were stacked against me in Alabama, I was like, no. And there were people that tried to help. There are people that try to help, and there are people that try to help me. Trail left?
Yeah.
This is right. This is right. Right or left?
Jose,
Look at the
you're
map.
not getting off at the exit.
Up ahead. When I saw that the odds were stacked against me, I was like, nah, I ain't going for that. I'm not going for that. Now, it could have been that there were people trying to help me. A lot of people were trying to help me because they knew what was coming at me, and they wanted not, you know what I mean? There's a current in Alabama that's in one direction, but then there's a current that's going in the other direction. But the people that are trying to fight back in Alabama are in a very precarious spot because they know the odds are stacked against you. So there's only so much they can really do. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much they can really do before they themselves get in danger. Disappointing. Unbelievable what I should see today. Check it out from Alabama.